Welcome back, South Africa. Now, the EXCELLA Young Chef competition is well underway, and we are now at contestant number 5. She too is vying for the title of EXCELLA Young Chef for 2022 and that cash prize of 15,000 Rand. Now, let's not waste any more time. Let's meet her. We are here with our next contestant in the EXCELLA Young Chef competition, and she's getting ready to cook up a storm in our kitchen today. And her name is Lerato Motau. Welcome to the Afternoon Express kitchen.
Thank you so much for having me, Dumi.
How are you feeling?
Very nervous, but also very, very excited to be here.
Okay, I'm not going to waste too much of your time to at least have an idea what you're making today.
Yes, I'm going to be making an arancini, which is a rice ball with a mince filling, and on the side I'll be serving it with a tomato sauce.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. I best get out of your way because your hour to start cooking starts in 3, 2, 1. Get cooking.
My name is Lerato Motau. I am 24 years old and I'm from Pretoria. I qualified as a professional cook and baker at Show Academy in June 2021. I love cooking and I want to further my career, and also I'm here for just the experience, meeting other people in the industry and learning from them. Today I'll be using the EXCELLA Thai long grain rice to make my arancini balls because it cooks fluffy and white every single time. Frying my mince using the EXCELLA sunflower cooking oil. I describe the food I make as a combination of Italian food and South African food. I love Italian flavors, but I love South African food. I don't like cooking with a lot of spices, which is what drew me to Italian cooking, because they use fresh herbs, and that is really what I enjoy. I'm grating the garlic using this microplane because it is just quicker and easier. So I'm using a spatula to stir my rice. Normally you'd use a fork, but I want my rice to be slightly softer. Now that my mince is brown, I'm gonna add my onions and the chili that I just chopped. This feels like everything that I've given up, all those hard work behind the scenes. It feels like it has been leading up to this, and it just feels so right. I'm adding a bit of cabbage just to give a bit of a salad on the side. So I'm gonna be adding a creamy coleslaw to my dish because I have a little bit of time, and also because I want to channel my mom. On the side, I'm gonna be serving a tomato sauce, which is more like a tomato gravy, South African style. And I'm gonna fry some onions and then add my tomatoes to it and then blend it. I'm gonna be using the EXCELLA mayo to bind my rice into little balls. The secret to a good coleslaw is a good mayo. Honestly, that is really all that this cabbage needs, and beautiful creamy mayo. Now that my rice and mince are cool, it's time for me to form my arancini balls. I'm gonna fry the rice balls now in the EXCELLA sunflower cooking oil. Because of its mild flavor, it won't impart any flavor that I don't want on my rice balls, which is perfect. Rice and mince and coleslaw were my favorite meals growing up, so this is for my mom. Everything has come together and my dish is done. I am very excited. I'm very happy that despite the hurdles, it came out exactly how I wanted it to. So I've decided just to add a little bit of cheese over my rice balls.
Okay, Lerato, you seem to be well on your way, but you still have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second. Your time is up. You did fairly well because you actually finished before the time.
Yeah.
Are there any concerns that you have at the moment?
Concern right now is just in the flavor, everything together. When you guys put it in your mouth, I just hope that all the flavors are balanced and you enjoy it. That's my only concern right now. I tasted everything as an individual component, but not together.
Okay. So hopefully the flavors come together.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess all that's left to do is for us to taste this food.
I think I should be the next EXCELLA young chef because I'm very passionate about food. There are no pretenses. This is who I am. No theatrics, just Lerato.
And that's our next contestant, Lerato Motau, who's definitely showed off a whole lot of skills in the kitchen. Jay, watching her, just seeing her move through the kitchen with all those different elements that she added to her plate, I really am impressed, but I am also looking forward to tasting her food. What would you say is the one thing you're looking forward to?
Well, to me, we seem to have a bit of a mashup of cultures here. A Sicilian staple brought all the way to South Africa. I'm excited to see how those two cuisines mingle on the plate.
I'm hoping that those flavors definitely celebrate South Africa and Italy. Are you ready to taste?
I'm very ready.
You know, the one thing that really hits home for me is that gravy. We call it ipisto. You know, it's made with those tomatoey flavors, and it's got, the one thing I love about it, it's got that sweet and sour balance of it, and it actually takes me home.
That was certainly a highlight on the plate for me. When I grew up, we used to call that a tomato chutney, and we would make that often for breakfast, so it's a bit of, you know, nostalgia. And I think that it pairs really well with that arancini that she made for us today.
You know, the one thing that I saw was a bit of a shortfall for me is something that I know is close to home to her. She mentioned that her family don't like too much spice, but I think it sort of worked against her because I still wanted a punch, you know. The coleslaw definitely packs that punch because she salted the cabbage before. The gravy, the tomato gravy, I feel it, but the arancini falls a bit short for me in the flavor department. I'm loving the crispiness on the outside of the arancini, and the rice is perfectly cooked on the inside. The mince is also cooked. I just wish there was a bit more flavor.
I think in terms of execution, she's nailed it. You know, crispiness on the outside, really nice, succulent mince in the inside. And I think that all the flavors did work well together. But I agree with you. I just think a bit of chili, a bit of extra spice or flavor just to ramp it up and really, really make a bold statement today.
Lerato Motau has cooked up a storm and shown off all her skills today. And do please remember to show your support on our social media platforms and let us know what you thought of her dish. Join us again next week when we meet our next contestant and see what they've got up their sleeve.